KATU AM Northwest again, here to show us how easy it is to grow your own fruits and vegetables year-round. We welcome the co-owner of Solexx Greenhouses and the developer of Grow4it, Michelle Moore. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
And am I saying that right? You can grow fruits and vegetables year-round.
You can.
With a Solexx Greenhouse. Now let's take a look at this. I think a lot of people think of greenhouses as just a place to work on plant starts,
yeah,
you know, and then move them to the garden. But this is everything self-contained, fruits, veggies year-round.
That's right.
Okay, explain to us what we're looking at here.
Well, the start is a Solexx Greenhouse, and Solexx Greenhouses were developed by my father 20 years ago, Mike Perry. And we've taken a Solexx greenhouse and added other components to make it a 4-season food growing system. So Grow4it is a Solexx greenhouse, and then it's a lot of other parts and pieces.
Well, let's look inside here, because the Grow4it is what allows you to grow vegetables so prolifically, yes, year-round. All right, so everything is here, watering, temperature control,
yes,
nutrients, all here. So tell us how the Grow4it system works.
Well, there's 4 basic phases, and the first phase is here. It's starting seeds, and literally you just drop a seed in this little cube right here, and you can see they grow.
They look just like brownies.
Yeah. And you water it from the bottom, so it doesn't dry out quickly. And then you take that cube and you put it in this little 2-inch pot. Right. And it goes here into the root spa.
Right. Now, how long from that phase to this phase here?
A week to 2 weeks, depending on the pieces.
Okay, and then we lift up here and you see there's just a watering system there, no soil.
Nope.
Just the cube is where the roots begin to develop.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's in this system and then moves down to this level here?
Yeah, once you get really good roots on it, this is a good example of some nice roots, you literally move it to the 3rd phase, which is this. This is called a flexi pot, and it's filled with an organic nutrient and coconut fiber. And you literally just drop this whole thing in here, and you're never going to disturb the roots. And then it goes on this mat, which automatically waters it.
Yeah, now this mat is interesting, because when I first saw this, I thought, well, this is just a tarp like you use for camping to keep moisture from moving. But there's actually a water bladder inside, and then the plants draw moisture through this material.
Correct.
So you're not in here with a watering can every other day. It waters itself. How do you set up for temperature control? Because in our climate, we've got severe winters sometimes. How do you make sure that you don't lose it?
Well, the plants will actually survive well even when it gets cold, because the material has a 2.1 R value, which is the same as storm windows. And so what'll happen is it gets cold at night, it does so very slowly. And then we also use water with very small heaters, and that water will regulate the temperature.
Now, we said that you could grow year-round, so
yes,
you could be growing fruits and vegetables in January.
You can. It's better if you use cold crops when it's cold, because then you don't have to add extra heat. But it's very easy to grow lettuce year-round, and a lot of the cool crops, kohlrabi, Brussels sprouts, a lot of those things do very well in the cold.
And the Solexx Greenhouse, you can set up anywhere on your property, and it will work. How much sunlight do you need?
Well, ideally you'd want southwestern exposure, so the more sun the better. But any area where you're going to get sun, you're still going to get better growth than if you didn't have a greenhouse. And
can you put them anywhere?
You can.
And where's the most unusual place that you've set up a Solexx Greenhouse?
Well, at the Mazama Lodge on Mount Hood would be the most unusual. They have a lot of snow there and a very short growing season.
And it's about 5,000 foot level.
It is 5,000 feet.
Wow, so even with snow all around it, you can grow fruits and vegetables.
If you can get into it.
If you can get into it.
Yeah.
All right, now, but what really makes this work is the Grow4it system. And that's what we're talking about when we talk about the seed pods and then moving through the water system.
Yes.
Is the gestation time, if you will, the same for a tomato plant in a Solexx greenhouse with Grow4it as it would be in your garden in the summer?
It's a little faster because the nighttime temperatures stay higher, but also you can start from seed. So everything in here we've started from seed in this greenhouse, and we haven't used heat. So you can buy tomato plants that are this size in the nursery, but the difference is you have to transplant those. Right. So they go up in about 2 to 3 weeks transplant shock, and these will be ready to go. So these will be ripe about a month before anybody else has ripe tomatoes.
And you'll have them. Now, if you didn't have the Grow4it system, but you just had, say, a Solexx greenhouse, would you be able to grow the fruits and vegetables as easily year-round?
Not as easily. You definitely could do it, but the Grow4it automates it, and it basically is taking into account what the plant needs at each growing phase. If you didn't have Grow4it, you could do it, but you would need to to be spending a lot more time and energy making it work.
Now, we'll tell folks later with more detail, but you're located in Salem, so people can come down and they can see the Solexx Greenhouse there. It doesn't look that difficult to put together, so does it come in kit form? How do people get it to their property?
It's a kit form. We ship it UPS, or they can pick it up from our facility, and we always offer a discount if someone picks it up.
Okay.
And it would take people about a weekend to build.
And I see now you have some lights here, so obviously that's to help with maybe in winter months?
Yes, 6 hours of daylight is not enough for a lot of things to grow, and so we like to make at least 12 hours of daylight, so we'll turn them on in early morning and late at night to get a little extra light.
And on homes here in the Portland area or anywhere, if you don't have a lot of property, what do you need to have to make the entire system work? Because you've got electricity, you've got water here, so what do I need on my property?
Well, you need about the maximum wattage is 400 watts, so it's really an extension cord. You don't have to do a lot of extensive wiring. You need a footprint that's at least 8 feet by 8 feet for the greenhouse, and then you need some additional space for these containers because most of these will go outside at some point. Actually, at every season, there's something that can go outside. And so you could have a paved area, like a parking lot like this, or a perennial bed, or a deck, or a patio. So there's lots of places where you could put the containers.
And I would imagine for some people there who want to start their plants too, they want their flowers, you could start that here too.
Definitely.
Everything works. It's fascinating. What a great idea. Well, folks know the Solexx Greenhouse is located in Salem on Brook Lake Road, and we've got more information on our website at KATU.com. And you could qualify to win a prize packs to make your garden grow. It's the ultimate gorgeous garden giveaway, and as part of the prize includes a greenhouse from Solexx Greenhouses. To enter, just head to the AM Northwest section of KATU.com, click on contest, and from there, click on the ultimate gorgeous garden giveaway for a chance to win a prize pack valued at over $1,000. And this contest runs through May 16th. Michelle, thank you very much for coming in. This is just fascinating. We appreciate it. And we'll be right back.